Anxiety, chaos, panic. These are the three words that we can use to describe our mental health at this point of time. This is exactly what we are going to talk about in today's video. Hi, my name is Anupama and welcome back to my channel, Lifeaholic. As you all know that in this community, we are all about spreading positivity. But if there was one time when staying positive was the most difficult, it is now. And that is why we have someone very special on this video, Dr. Rachna Khanna Singh. Dr. Rachna is an acclaimed mental wellness, lifestyle and relationship expert with an experience of over 20 years. She is also the head of department at Holistic Medicine at Artemis Hospital, Gurgaon, and she is also the founder director of Mind and Wellness Studio. She is also a columnist at Times of India and currently has a radio show on 104.8 FM. She has frequently appeared on channels like CNN, India Today, India Ahead, Times Now, NDTV, Sahara, and many more. She is also visiting lecturer and a faculty member of many esteemed institutions like IIT, IIM, BITS Pilani, Delhi University, and many more such prestigious institutions. To top it all off, she has bagged a lot of awards along the way. We are very honored to have her on this video, and this is my small way of doing something for you guys during this pandemic. So without wasting much time, let's get into the video. But before that, please do not forget to hit thumbs up on this video, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking that red subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. So without wasting much time, let's get straight into the video. Hello, doctor. Thank you so much for joining. I have been a part of your earlier session and I found it really helpful, and that is the reason why I wanted to bring you on to my video so that you can pass on this knowledge to everyone so that everyone can benefit from it. So it's such an honor to have you on my video.
Thank you so much, Anupama, for having me here. And I hope with this little video that we make will help a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm sure. So it's 2021 and we are right back at where we were last year. Lot of chaos, lot of panic, lot of anxiety. And anxiety, negativity is everywhere, be it in the news, be it when you open social media or when you are just randomly talking to your loved ones. There is panic all over. How do we stay calm at this time?
Absolutely. So, whilst ever since the pandemic has hit us, it's been a tough space for everybody, be it you, be it me, be it anybody. But having said that, the first wave, we were able to manage it in a very different way. And the second wave has brought about the mental woes in a very big way, and mental health has come completely onto the forefront, and it should also get the priority. But having said that, it's been a very difficult time for everybody with a lot of disappointment, a lot of sadness, grief, and a lot of grimace in the air. So currently, people are finding it very hard to even stay afloat, mentally afloat, even stay a little happy during this time, because everywhere, like you very rightly said, that the moment you either pick up the phone, you pick up the newspaper, you open the TV channel, you're only hit hard by a lot of negative figures from every side,
So are there any tips that you would like to give out to people so that they can stay so that they can take care of their mental health at this point of time?
Absolutely. This is firstly, it is very important to acknowledge that we need to keep ourselves calm. We need to keep our mental health as a priority. So as important our physical health is, equally important is our mental health. If we are not going to be well in mind, we will not be well in body, and vice versa. No, we always talk about a mind, body, soul, or a spirit equilibrium. And I don't think any other time has brought it so much to the forefront as we're seeing nowadays. Yeah. So having said that, the first change which needs to begin is from here, from ourselves, and not from around. Because a lot of times I have, people calling in, patients, friends, people who write into us. I do the, weekly online column for Times of India. And, so many people, our inboxes are full. People are writing in saying, how are we to stay comfortable? How are we to stay calm within this? So, and they're looking for answers around. the most important thing is to look for the answer right here within. So first and foremost, I think what we need to do is start with making some changes at your own level, right? Besides wanting others around us to make changes, whether it's our parents, our friends, our children, our spouses, forget asking them to make the change. Start with the change right here. So, first and foremost, making sure that you keep some sort of a routine in place. Make sure that we have some discipline in place, because what's really got lost in this environment is the discipline also. We see kids also, people, and mostly everybody now working from home, waking straight out of bed and rolling into a Zoom call. So we need to cut that out, and we need to ensure that we are sticking to some sort of a healthy discipline with respect to the sleep pattern, with respect to the meal patterns, and of course very much discipline with respect to the screen time, because screen time has also increased tremendously. So it's not a good idea to play around with your body clock and the circadian rhythm. So please keep your try to keep off your devices off an hour or at least half an hour before you sleep, because that is the light from the devices also will not allow you to sleep very well, because of the melatonin, which is not allowing it to produce the melatonin properly, right? So, like I said, sticking to your body clock and your routine, that will help you. Secondly, please make sure that you exercise on a daily basis. We all very, very clearly know that physical exercise releases immense amount of positive hormones, endorphins and serotonin. So there is no substitute for physical exercise. I hear a lot of people try to put an excuse saying, oh, now we are locked down in the house. How do we go to the gym? No, we can all do anything and everything from our homes. Whether, if we have if you have the privilege of having a garden, balcony, or, that's lovely. If not, even then, from within your own home and rooms, make sure you get onto some good cardio, whether it's jumping, skipping, joining a, Zumba, Bhangra, yoga, whatever works for you. So that 45 minutes of brisk physical activity is very, very, very much needed. Thirdly, please ensure you take out 10 minutes for some breathing schedule. Now, there is no substitute for that either. I mean, one is that we all understand that the lungs are going to stay very healthy if we have a good pranayam or a good breathing schedule in place. Secondly, just understand that it also works on the nervous system and helps us stay grounded and calm and, in sync with our own self. Thirdly, also it works on the thymus gland. So the thymus gland is responsible for your immunity. So if the thymus gland is going to, release more T cells, your immunity is going to be up. So of course the virus is going to stay away. So like I said, no substitute for the 10-minute pranayam. And fourthly, taking out 10 to 15 minutes daily for some meditative practices, some mindfulness. And it's not tough at all anymore, because everything's available at the press of a button nowadays. There's so many beautiful meditative sessions happening all over the world. You can join in. A lot of them are available at, many spiritual gurus, centers. So that is something we must, if we've never done it, doesn't matter. There's always a time to start. So it's a time to, kind of look into something new for ourselves also. So if you to spend about an hour 15 is all I'm asking you to do per day. If you are able to do that, then be rest assured your mind is going to be quite much in control and will stay calm. And if you are going to stay calm, be rest assured your families are going to also stay calm, and so are your teams and your co-workers. Like I said, it all begins from here. And additionally, also, of course, engaging in a hobby. Research shows us that if we are to engage for 2 hours a week also in a hobby, it releases a lot of positive hormones and serotonin. So bring out that old instrument which has been lying, dusting somewhere, pick up that, game of chess, do something you've been wanting to do, gardening, cooking, whatever works for you. It's also time to try out something new in life.
Absolutely.
See, we do have a little bit of extra time at hand, no? So why can we not become better versions of ourselves? So it's a fantastic time to try out something new in life, try out a new skill, try something you've never done before. These are things which will also help you stay motivated. Like you asked me, how are we going to stay calm? Because what is happening is, besides the anxiety and the panic in the environment, there is also a feeling which we are calling is the blah feeling, which is called languishing. Means that we feel very demotivated. We don't feel happy. We don't feel like doing anything nice. No? When you get up in the morning, there is a lack of sense of purpose. So if you do all this, be rest assured that you will bring back from languishing to flourishing, and you will bring back a good sense of purpose for yourself, and you will be a lot happier within yourself, and the environment around it, you will also become a lot happier.
I think you're right. As you rightly said, this is a time when we need to have some self-discipline and carve out a routine for ourselves and focus our energy not on the negativity that is around, but on ourselves and better ourselves and take that as a mission, so that we focus our energies on this rather than what is happening around.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So during this pandemic, there is a new term which I have come across, which is the survivor's guilt. So
Yes.
we all have had some loved ones who has succumbed to this disease. So there is a sense of guilt. Was there something that I could have done? Could I have done something? There is also helplessness. So how can we overcome that guilt? Because we as survivors cannot carry on that burden.
Absolutely. So, very well put. So, survivor guilt is something which can be faced by either doctors, paramedics, people, frontline workers who are day in and out helping people, and day in and out they're seeing people who they are losing in front of their own eyes. Survivor guilt is also felt by people who, for instance, have been a part of a family or a part of an ecosystem where you've tried hard and you lose somebody in front of you, and you've escaped the disease and the other person has got the disease. So there is a guilt that how that I'm the one who's left behind, and there is an overburdening, very rightly, like what you're saying. In fact, survivor guilt has also come up in volunteers, where volunteers have been trying very hard to get hold of oxygen, trying very hard to get hold of that bed, and then they get the news that the person, they couldn't help the person, with whatever the supplies were meant to reach that person in time. So survivor guilt is something a lot of people are facing nowadays. So I'm glad you asked this, because many people might not be aware of it, and then they will resonate. So survivor guilt was a term which was used when people were left behind in a crisis, whether suppose there was a mass shooting, riots, or a natural disaster like a tsunami. So some people got saved. They are the ones who will feel this guilt. So how do we overcome this survivor guilt if there is a person who's feeling like this? So first and foremost, learn to understand and recognize that there is a concern with respect to this. Second thing is, very rightly, like what we are talking about, let us start looking at the positives versus the negatives. So, one very important thing which we need to start doing to counter the low feelings which we are getting is to start focusing on the positive side of things, to start counting your blessings versus seeing the half cup going empty. We need to see the half cup, which is full. So that is something you need to focus. And survivor guilt can also be helped if you also start to volunteer in organizations, volunteer and help people. That also helps reduce the guilt. And if you're feeling very, very overwhelmed, and if you're feeling you're not able to handle it, please reach out to a mental health professional. We all are available at literally the press of a button. And I don't think one should feel any hesitation now to reach out to a mental health professional, because like I said, mental health is our priority. And you just need 1 or 2 sessions. It may not be something that deep. So, but if a doctor can help you, why not go for that help?
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said, in between, gratitude and helping others can reduce this burden and make us look at the positive side of everything. Thank you so much, Doctor. What would be your final thoughts on this? And what is the one advice that you can give to people watching, the viewers, so that they can just tide over this time and take care of themselves, their mental peace at this point?
So this is the time to look within yourself. The COVID has happened for a particular reason. If we see the large context, the energy system and the entire everything collapsed. Like there's this beautiful WhatsApp which used to float around earlier with the earth having a band-aid on it, saying the earth has closed down for repairs. So I similarly say the entire human race had closed down for repairs. It's time to hit the pause button to see that where are we going wrong, something we're not doing right, and that holds on the individual platform that holds good on the family platform, that holds good on your relationship platform, that holds good on the society platform and as a world platform. So this is an area to sit down and reflect and think, where can we make the changes? So reflect, refresh, and create a better version of yourself. This is the time to rejuvenate. So look at this time with more positivity, saying I've got the time to refresh myself and rejuvenate and create something new and something more positive. So, if we come out of this time 10% better physically, 10% better emotionally, 10% better behaviorally, 10% better spiritually, then we've certainly made the most out of it. And if we don't, then there's something wrong which we are doing and we're not looking into ourselves. So one of the large things we need to start focusing on is the positive aspect of things and also looking at the gratitude. So this is something which we all must focus on.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us. And I'm sure there would be some viewers who would like to reach out to you, who would like a more in-depth counseling session, therapy. So where can they reach out to you?
So you're most welcome to write into me at rachnakesing1@gmail.com. And we normally reply back pretty fast. And otherwise, my cell number is 9810021945. You can always drop in a WhatsApp if something is needed. And of course, like how we were talking about, that I have Bloomsbury Publications, which is the Harry Potter people, and they'd asked me to write a book, and we've come out with a beautiful book called Stress Diaries from the Eyes of a Therapist.
Yeah, I was coming to
and
that.
it's now labeled as the first aid mental health kit, which should lie on your shelves and desks, because it's got fantastic tips and tricks whenever you're either feeling or anxious or just not feeling all right. It's got a lot of paper pen exercises. It's got a lot of other exercises. So go grab a copy.
Yeah,
it's available on Amazon.
Yes, I will be placing all the links and all your details in the description box, so all viewers can go and benefit from this. And I myself will be grabbing a copy of the book soon. So thank you so much, Doctor, for taking out the time and being on this video. It's such an honor. All the best for all your future ventures, and thanks a lot.
Thank you. Stay safe, and the pleasure is all mine. Okay, take care.
Bye-bye. And that was the chat with Dr. Rachna Khanna Singh. I'm sure this video is going to be helpful to each and every one of you. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys found it useful. If you did, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking that red subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. Until we meet again next time, stay tuned. Bye.